Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is no longer DLC Valor, this is Primal Valor, and welcome to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. Goodness, it has been a little while, everybody. It's been about a month and a half-ish since I've uploaded anything to my Kingdom Hearts Let's Play. Part of the reason for that is, well, it's a combination of things, really. One reason, I was pretty lazy. Second reason, I was just ridiculously tired. And the third reason is burnout. Burnout sucks. I had done a playthrough of Kingdom Hearts shortly before I had started recording for a Let's Play, just so I could take some notes and everything, so I was caught up on everything. So it was only a matter of time before the burnout hit, and I was going to have a hard time recording. So I kind of figured, you know, month and a half later, I'm still a little burnout on Kingdom Hearts. Why not start another game? One that I haven't played for a couple of years, actually. So I'm going into this not entirely blind, but not entirely dumb on where everything is. My memory on it's still pretty decent, but it's been about half a decade, and instead of playing the PS1 version on PS3, I am now going to be playing the PS4 version for the first time ever. And this one has trophy support. And part of the trophy support is a platinum trophy. So I am going to be trophy hunting this game while making this Let's Play. And I have looked through the trophies. Most of them are things that I have done before on the PS1 version of the game, excluding one trophy. There is one trophy called Best Bromance for achieving a date with Barrett in the Gold Saucer. I personally prefer to get the date with Tifa. And I know for a fact there are 4 characters total that you can get a date with in the Gold Saucer. There's Tifa, there's Aerith, who we're going to be seeing in just a moment, Barrett and Yuffie, and I'm considering doing like 3 other speedrun playthroughs, hitting the requirements to get a date with the other 3 characters, just so we can see all of them in one playthrough. I'm considering doing that, but I might not. As of right now, though, with the focus needing to be on Barrett, I might make that part of the main Let's Play, but I might not, in all honesties. I might just go for Tifa as the main one, and I'll just do one of the speed runs in the background. We won't see the whole speed run, but once I get to the point where Tifa's date is going to happen, the next episode would be the one for Aerith, and the one after that would be the one for Barrett, and then the one after that would be the one for Yuffie. So it would be like 4 back-to-back episodes of what is, from what I've heard, is an almost identical date with all 4 characters, just to show off the slight minuscule differences between them. But that's not a huge focus right now. Big focus is getting this started. Let's get this going. Got Biggs down there. He flips that guard. Jesse comes over here, kicks that one in the gut. Wedge just jumps down. That's the guy we need to date with. That right there is Barrett. Come on, newcomer, follow me. And before we do any following, there is some stuff I want to do. So in the config menu, I want to turn this from recommended to active. And then I want to change up my window color, so I will be right back. Alright, and welcome back. I have changed up the configuration for that a little bit. It is still blue, but I've added a lot of black, made kind of like a solid L-shaped border in black, with a darker blue up at the top. It's something that I just like more. I'm considering kind of changing it up for some green instead of blue, but we'll deal with this for the time being. So let's interact with this guard, get a potion. And here's our first battle. When we win this, we'll be getting our first trophy. Now, little thing. Oh, hold up. I gotta yawn. Goodness. Okay, so as you can see, that little message popped up above the display that says attack with equipped weapon. That is the help message that can show up. You can turn it on or turn it off by clicking the touchpad on the PlayStation controller. And I will be turning that on at the beginning of every battle just to figure out what all the enemies' names are. These guys are MPs, that means they are military personnel. And since I had the game on active, they were just going to continue attacking me until I died, even inside menus. Recommended and wait would pretty much turn that off. We'll just do a regular attack. So, due to me dawdling and yawning, Cloud has lost more health than I would like at this point, but it is okay. Goodness. I am sleepy. I slept most of my Saturday away. There's another potion for interacting with that one. And it is currently Sunday, about 6 a.m. I have not been to sleep since about 6 p.m. yesterday, so 12 hours. Wow, you used to be a soldier, huh? Not every day you find one in a group like Avalanche. Soldier? Aren't they the enemy? What's he doing with us in Avalanche? He was in Soldier Jesse, but he quit and is with us now. I didn't catch your name. Yep. This is Cloud, but named after a weather phenomenon. That's kinda nuts. I don't care what your names are. Once this job's over, I'm out of here. The hell you all doing? I thought I told you never to move in a group. Our target's the North Mako Reactor. We'll meet on the bridge in front of it. That door sounded crunchy. Don't mind me being weird, this is Barrett. Door sounded crunchy. I've never played this game with a headset on. Press the directional buttons while pressing circle to run. That's something that I have also quickly found out with the PS4 port of this. So back in the original, the way to move around was with the directional pad, so the 4 directional buttons, and pressing and holding your confirm button. Granted, that's been turned into the cancel button with this version, and that would have you run. However, I have already found out that new enemy. So Guard Hound, that's what this one's called. Smack, done. All right. But I have already found out. Goodness, I'm tired. That you could run around with the left analog stick, and it doesn't require you to hold circle. So that's pretty nice. Quite enjoy that. I want to talk to you. I'll secure our escape passage. You concentrate on the mission, Cloud. Jeez, we're really gonna blow this huge furnace up? This will be something to see. Whew. Yo, this your first time in a reactor? No. After all, I did work for Shinra, you know. The planet's full of Mako energy. People here use it every day. It's the lifeblood of this planet, but Shinra keeps sucking the blood out with these weird machines. I'm not here for a lecture. Let's just do it. Alright, you come with me from now on. So if the dialogue for this game sounds and or feels a little funky, believe me, it's fine. This game came out in 1997, not even a whole year after I was born. I think it came out in January of 97. I was born late 1996. Goodness, I'm old. I'm only a couple months older than one of my favorite games. But yeah, if the dialogue ever feels a little funky, just know this game is almost 30 years old. Wow! Holy smokes! Little by little, the reactors will drain out all the life, and that'll be that. It's not my problem, I say with a big yawn. The planet's dying, Cloud. And the only thing I care about is finishing this job before security and the robocards come. Bro's big mad. Voice crack. And, so note the little hand pointing where Cloud is and the red arrow pointing where the exit to this door is. Exit to the door, exit to the area, goodness. That is activated by pressing the touchpad in, just like the help messages are for battle. They can be useful at times. I don't really use them all that often. Alright, new enemies, so help messages. Neither of these two need magic to take this to take these down. These are called First Ray. Don't need that now. There was something. Oh yeah. I let myself get distracted. That happens very easily, by the way. It's not hard to distract me. Another reason as to why the dialogue may seem kind of funky is translations from Japanese to English for the older games wasn't perfect. Like, there was a translation that I remember called "This Guy Are Sick." Like, mono drives, hey! Get rid of this one too. So, that's these little floaty flower looking guys. Those are called monorays. But yeah, translations weren't perfect. They never are. So, if anything feels awkward when it comes to the dialogue as I read it out, just know this is a almost 30-year-old game. Jeez Louise. I'm almost 30. And, you know, translations are never perfect either. But regardless of imperfections, this is still a phenomenal game. The ATB system is fun, the materia system is amazing. It's one of my favorite systems for magic and summons in a Final Fantasy game. Leveling up is rather simple. You gain XP, you gain a level, you get enough XP, you get enough levels. Ooh, dang, my feet barely touched the ground off that ladder and we got into a fight. New enemies. We have grunts. And then I think the guy in the back is called a sweeper. Lightning magic. Yeah, sweeper. Nice. But I think my favorite method of leveling would have to be in Final Fantasy X. Like, the sphere grid is just super nice. I am going to save right here. Yeah, save one. Slot one. The sphere grid is really nice. Final Fantasy X is easily in my top 3 favorite video games of all time, with Final Fantasy VII being within my top 5, but not my top 3. Received restore materia. When we blow this place, it ain't gonna be nothing more than a hunk of junk. Cloud, you set the bomb. Oh no, my battery level is low. Shouldn't you do it? Just do it. I gotta watch to make sure you don't pull nothing. Fine, I'll do it. Watch out! This isn't just a reactor! What's wrong? Huh? What's wrong, Cloud? Hurry it up! Yeah, sorry. Heads up, here it comes. And we need this again. So, magic, bolt, guard, scorpion. This guy is definitely weak to lightning magic, and I'm just gonna have Barret do normal attacks. So he will use search scope at the start of a lock-on period for himself, and whichever character he locks onto is the one he's going to be focusing his attacks on. There's rifle. I could use the lightning magic again, however, that attack filled up Cloud's limit break, and he gets to use Braver, and this is a trophy. I don't think I went over the first trophy that we already earned. We earned one immediately after winning our first battle. Now we're going to go back to using magic. He's using search scope again on Cloud. He's liking to focus on him. At the ferret, if you would back off, attack Barret. Cloud's health is getting a little low. I'll use a potion. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Barret, be careful. If you attack while its tail's up, it's gonna counterattack with its laser. Yep, and I want to do that, so let's do it. It's gonna counterattack with tail laser. And that should fill up both of their overdrive gauges a good chunk. Yeah! I'll have Barret use another potion on Cloud. Probably not necessary. And now we're just gonna wait for him to lower his tail. It'll take a little bit. There we go, and Barret gets big shot. Boom, another 112 damage. Bolt. Search scope. Probably gonna be on Cloud again. How did I know? That's rather... Wait for it. Shocking. You get it? That was dumb. Scorpion tail. Oh, is this gonna give Cloud another limit? Yeah! Braver number 2. Man, getting 3 limits off in this fight. That's nice. It's not enough to finish him off, though. Sheesh. Bolt again. Hey, there we go. That's the end of our first boss fight. And Barret is now level 7, and we get an assault gun and X amount of gil. I didn't see the total amount that we got from him. Come on, let's get out of here. 10 mittens and 10 minutes to detonation. Let's go ahead and equip Barret with that assault gun that he got. And now we are escaping our booties out of here. Another yawn. Goodness, I am sleepy. I'll be going to bed after I finish this recording. At 6 a.m. That is wild. Back attack. Alright, so since we are in a back attack, I'm going to go ahead and show this off real quick. Not with you, Barret, with you, Cloud. So notice how Cloud did 21 damage right there. That is because he is in the back row. If you get ambushed by a back attack, you will have to swap up the characters who use melee attacks with the change command. What it does is on that turn, they will move back if they're in the front, or they'll move in the front if they're in the back. I'll show that off in another episode, actually, so... Yeah, I'll show that off in the next episode in the menus and explain a little bit more about it. And Cloud is now level 8. Take that potion. Gotta make up for the 2 that I used. Wow! right in front of the ladder, too. Hey, we got a preemptive strike. So Cloud's gonna attack this guy, Barrett's gonna attack the further ranged ones. Simply because, good lord, words are hard, folks. Now that this guy's the only one there, I wonder if the back row affects damage at all. Nope. Good experience. Another potion. Wow. That fight happened as, like, Cloud was in the animation of hopping onto the ladder. You alright? My leg got stuck. Thanks. You're welcome, Jesse. I wonder how many more fights I'm gonna get in before we end this. None? Wow. Ah! I spoke too soon. Just more grunts. These guys are fine. Easy peasy. Beam gun. Goodness. I didn't really explain the limits. I wanted to explain that in this episode. Oh well, that's what happens when I end up being forgetful. Since we had rescued Jessie, you know, freed her leg, she's up here and able to decipher the code for that door. I don't know why we have to do this again. We had deciphered them to get in anyway. But yeah, you wouldn't have been able to open that door right there if you didn't have Jessie with you. So if you didn't grab her, you'd have to return down there and free her leg, and then you'd have to run all the way back up. So just remember to grab her as you work your way up the first time. Anyways, that's it with this episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Peace out.